watch your pockets. Nice little place right on the water. And get this, Federo doesn't even like to fish. What a waste. Door unlocked. Place looks abandoned. We're off to a great start. Those are rags by Federo standards. Not his style at all. I hate that I know that. Federo only drinks sugary Sujamma cocktails. The wine bottles can be his.
Hey, who are you?
Here's our wine drinker. I can smell it on her. Where's Federo? Who are you?
I'm Federo's betrothed. Leave now, before I call the guards.
Right, and I'm Lady Mara, here to bless your union. Who are you really?
Look, I don't want any trouble. Federo is a good enough sort. He wouldn't mind that I've holed up here for so long, honest. Because, we were engaged to be married. As you can see, losing him has made me take to drink. Oh, he's dead, I'm afraid. Killed by some mercenary called Sharpest Knife. Just brutal. Nasty business. Tragic, really. I'm heartbroken. We were gonna get married, you know. But he told me that since he's dead, I can keep the house. Good question. Look, Federo just told me to say that to anyone who came asking after him. He's a good guy, really. Said he was meeting someone who was going to keep him safe. You're not trying to hurt him, are you? Oh, information. Well, this seems harmless enough to me. He had me seek passage to Eastmarch for him. He paid me in wine to do it. Let slip he was headed to Twinkler, Tinkerer Tobin's workshop, I think. Does that help? You two are a lot more friendly than the mercenaries that came round looking for Federo a while back. Of course, when they wrote me and dragged me out of bed, I was nearly sober, I think. Anyway, they haven't been back since. Hired by a client of his, I think. Didn't sound too happy with him. And they weren't too happy with me after I hurled all over the one holding me. Lot easier to lie when you're sober, but where's the fun in that? Oh, we're just friends. Drinking buddies, really. I think he always had a thing for one of his mercenaries. Told me about him once, but I forget. I'll set you up with him if you like. He's a great guy, really. Gave me his house. Toby's... No, that's not right. Tinkerer Tobin's workshop. Eastmarch. Oh, bundle up if that's where you're headed. I hear it's cold there this time of year. Or every time of year.
So, Federo's not just a coward, but a liar too. As if I cared about him enough to track him down and kill him. He should be so lucky. The elf is too drunk for me to understand most of her story. What did you get out of her? Right. But whom? And why Eastmarch, of all places? Federo wasn't stupid. He'd know I'd see through a cover story as fake as this wine drinker being his betrothed, and he knows how good a tracker I am. Why leave such an obvious loose end? I suppose he'd be in trouble if he didn't make every effort to hand me over to the Reformer. I just can't imagine why he'd do that for me. The place the elf mentioned is west of Cragwallow, right on the hot springs. Ugh. Eastmarch, of all places. The armpit of Skyrim. Federo must be really desperate to hole up at this Tinkerer Tobin's place. I'm sure he's just miserable. I don't mind the endless tracks of ice and snow, but Eastmarch has that rotten egg smell from all the hot springs. Makes me want to gag. Besides that, the Nords of Windhelm are a bit chipper for my taste. Otherwise, no strong opinions. I'd be surprised if he were. Like you said, he was meeting someone. If we have to do more tracking, that's fine by me. I'm good at that. I can't picture him staying in the wilds of Skyrim for long, though. He's what I'd call an indoor elf. When I say he asked me to drink with him once or twice, I might have agreed once or twice. Easier to think of him not as a friend, if he happened to. I did, but I'm beginning to rethink that theory. I'm not going to say I was wrong until I actually am, and probably not even then. Are you done with the questions? We have an armpit to get to.
I'm not stealing anything!
Ah, people. Great.
The words you hear are based on me. Don't let the songist fool you. Fear not upon the walking way.
Hello? Who's there? Please don't be another bear.
Well, look who it is. Federo. I thought one of your mercs took you out.
Sharp? Sharp? What are you doing here? Please, I didn't reveal anything to the Reformer about Sharp. I just ran. Sharp never mentioned being a former Telvanni slave. On the souls of my ancestors, I didn't know. I'd never have put him on the job if I had, I swear! Track him down? What, to kill him? Oh, I suppose someone has to. You really think you can? Listen, I had plans to blackmail the Reformer before I realized how stupid that would be. The cache of information can be yours and Sharp's, for a price. Not what I want, but what I need. A new life. New name, new identity, new clothes. I heard there's a document forger in the Adept's Retreat in Windhelm. Work out a deal, then meet me in the Outlaw's Refuge. I'll tell you where I buried the cache. Please hurry. I'm really not built for this climate. I just need passable documents and some clothing that doesn't make me look quite so Telvanni. Then I could be on my way. Remember, I'll meet you in the Windhelm Outlaw's Refuge after, all right? Oh, that. I thought it'd make Sharp seem dangerous and unpredictable. I thought it'd throw the Reformer off his scent, and mine. And I thought maybe the Reformer would be afraid that Sharp was coming for him next. And look, now he is. Of course he did. Gold, power, prestige. He practically sounded like a game of tribute. It'd have been so easy, and I'd be living like a king right now. Turn over my best mercenary? I couldn't live with myself if I did that. Only got as far as I did on the peninsula because of Sharp. I might have called him my friend, if he were the type to make friends. Speaking of, who are you exactly? Huh. Well, good you came along, or we'd both probably be a lot worse off. You know the Reformer is obsessed with Sharp, right? He won't kill Sharp, but I'm sure he'll cut down anyone else who stands in his way. Just be...
New clothes? You're shameless.
Come on, Sharp. I've been good to you, haven't I? If you can't find something nice, at least make sure it's warm.
Federo ran instead of trying to turn me over to the Reformer. I didn't expect that from anyone, let alone someone like him. We'll see how reliable this forger is in Adept's Retreat. As for clothing, I have no idea what we're going to do. It's probably not going to be much. He gave up on using it as blackmail, after all. He's clearly scared for his life. Maybe helping him isn't the worst thing, but I say we don't go out of our way to set him up for a life of luxury. It wouldn't have been my first place to look either, but I guess a truly skilled forger could hide in plain sight. If that's what Federo heard, let's follow his lead. He's been here longer than we have, I suppose. It's the clothes I'm worried about. Please. Like I care. But I owe him for not giving me up when he could have. I'll leave the selecting to you, since you clearly have more particular taste than I do. Federo will probably appreciate your judgment better than mine. Get him.
Poor Lower Yorgrim. What a crying shame that's turned out to be.
Can't even hear myself think here.
I'm waiting for Idesa to finish a piece for my betrothed, but she needs to concentrate on her work. She's been a little too preoccupied with that dark elf
It's
myth,
always so
if you know what I mean.
here.
Sharp? Stranger, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same... Oh, no. You're the forgery expert, aren't you?
Keep your voice down. After I saw Dimike to safety, I was lost. I remembered that Raynilla and I came to Windhelm on a holiday once. I just sort of drifted here. But I tried to keep my head down. I must not have hidden well enough. How did you manage to find me? Raynilla worked hard to bring light to all corners of the world. Now that she's gone, everything feels cast in shadow. Like I've lost my purpose. But forgery is something I know. Something I did for her. This new idea... I know that name. Raynilla used to keep tabs on him. She wrote him, pleading for him to defect as an abolitionist. I was convinced he was a lost cause, but Raynilla didn't believe in lost causes. He's really had a change of heart, has he? Raynilla's work, then. It wasn't for nothing. A spark still remains. Her mission didn't have to die with her. I'll draft up a plausible identity. Something that will allow Federo unrestricted travel.
Our contact wanted new clothing, too. Any idea where we might find something easy on the coin purse?
There's a tailor in the armorer's place across town. Standard prices, though. I'd help if I had coin to spare. Be careful out there, you two. I feel better knowing that you have each other to rely on. And keep in touch, will you? I want to see the Reformers' downfall as much as either of you.
They should really make the mugs bigger.
Fresh from the warm southern lands, you smell of salt and sunshine. That bowl of jiggling jelly looks delicious.
Hey there!
Can I get
Welcome!
Bolyar Meadery makes the best mead ever.
Free to anyone who can take it off my hand. I met this Imperial at the Sober Nord. He'd come all the way from the Telvanni Peninsula to sell some tonic of his. I really shouldn't have let him drag me outside the city to show me the power of his... He chugged a bottle of that elixir, then took a run at the first giant we came across. Never seen a body fly like that before. Even with a good wash, it still smells like that strange elixir of his, like columbine flowers.
Free mead for the Conenliker.
Ugh, you carry that. I'll try to keep upwind of you.
Hey, grab a drink.
Windhelm Outlaws Refuge. Do I have anyone here who wants to kill me? I don't think so.
Two deer ran right through the camp after you left. I made all haste to get here after that.
2 deer? I'm surprised you survived.
I'm sure you and Sharp both find it very funny that I stayed out in the wilds, jumping at every noise, thinking it might be the last thing I hear. My poor nerves. But I'm ready to put all this behind me. Did you get what I... This is really the best you could do? I'm a courier for the Antiquarian Circle? This document makes it sound awfully dangerous. What's that smell? Don't tell me that's coming from the clothes. You did remember to bring me clothes, didn't you? No, I'll take it. Sharp was always my best man for the job. If he says this was the most you could do, I believe it. I guess being a courier isn't so bad, but the smell on these clothes... never mind. It's nothing a good wash can't fix. I'll mark the location on your map. It's not far from here. You're really going after the Reformer, aren't you? I'd wish you luck, but I think Sharp's used up all that in finding you. I'm going to need luck more than you two. Courier? So, after you fished these clothes out of the latrine that you found them in, what'd you do? Dry them over a bonfire of mammoth fur? The style I'll just have to work with, but the smell! Maybe I could answer them over drinks? I've grown quite partial to the sweet mead they drink here. Oh, never mind. The Nords and others who frequent the Tinkerer's camp seemed affable enough, but I got rid of any identifying information just in case they started to doubt my story. That I decided to leave a cult and was laying low until its members forgot about me? Common enough and doesn't prompt a lot of questions. Most of the Nords who asked just nodded knowingly and offered me a drink. Maybe I'll keep the story. I don't know. He seemed nice. He had these brand new ideas, powerful connections, things that mattered to me. Just goes to show, first impressions aren't everything. But you know that. You're friends with. He had it in his head that he could eliminate the need for slavery in all of Morrowind, if you could believe it. He was very protective of his methods, of course. Typical Telvanni. But he said the slaves he had were a necessity to perfect the process. I haven't the faintest idea. And hopefully I'll never have to think about such things again. I'm glad to get away from all this. The Reformer really is unhinged. You'll see what I mean when you find that cache. It wasn't my choice. I've been getting these letters for some time, pleading with me to defect, stop working for House Telvanni, telling me how I was complicit. When I finally did leave, of course, it was too late. Whoever wrote me said I could go to Tobin's as a sort of safe house. They would know somehow that I'd made it there, and they'd be along to set me up right with a new life, new identity. But nobody showed up. Until you and Sharp did, anyway. Raynilla? Not the one the Reformer was after. I didn't know she was freeing his slaves until it was too late. No wonder she didn't come for me. She's dead, isn't she? Who is Mevi? The one in Adept's Retreat? Small world. I hope you gave her my thanks. And I hope we see each other again. Remember, the world isn't against you. It just seems that way when you're up against a rich and powerful Telvanni Magister.
Let's go dig up that cache.
Sharp, how could you, of all people, have picked clothes that smell this terrible?
Look, nothing will want to attack and eat you when you smell like that. Makes your loo jump. Let's go dig up that cache. Before all this, he was a pampered Telvanni rank climber. That is not an illness you recover from overnight. We handled Raynilla's unfinished business with him, and now we're on to more important things. It's up to him how he moves. I haven't decided. It might be too dangerous, you know. Probably safer for him to make a clean break from all this. But saying that makes me wonder if Raynilla thought the same about me. If that's why she didn't try harder to find me. He does seem the type to get lonely very easily, and he acts all put upon when he does. Maybe I will then, for his sake, and only because you... Let's go dig up that cache.
No, I understand. If you change your mind.
Should have been back. Captain Alvarez and
Federal launched the map between those two boulders. Guessing it's just under the snow. Find anything worthwhile? Or do we need to go back and shake down Federo for something better? Nisus. Well, that's not too far. Let's see. Bridge. Dwemer Ruins. I think I know the place. No hope of pronouncing it, though. I'll mark it on your map and we can skulk around for a way inside. Anything worthwhile in the other notes. Raynilla? Let me see. I think you're right. She was the reason that Federo had somewhere safe to go when he needed to run. He protected... Hello, Sondavel Ulris. Let's see what a piece of work you are. Fine. He's a crazy Telvanni, but we knew that, right? Well, we have the approximate location of this lab of his and a key to get inside. Sondavel wants to meet in person so badly. Let's see if he's there.
For the 80th time, help is on the way. I've received assurances from House Redoran.
Yeah. Down. Down.
For the 80th time, help is on the way. I've received assurances from House Redoran.
Here's the bridge. Let's talk. Let's see. Nisus nearby. Check. Bridge to some dwarven ruins. Check. Secret door. Could be anywhere between here and the coast. Look, instead of wasting our time searching, I have something that might help us. I've got this little tracking spell I've been working on in my free time. Should be able to pick up on the trail we're looking for. I'll need to concentrate on Fedorov's letter as I'm casting the spell. You'll watch my back while I do that, right? Give me a moment. Never tried this with someone watching me before. There we go. Quick, follow it. Come on, little one. Keep going. You know, I don't hate it. Right. Nothing left to do but go inside. This place looks deserted, but I don't feel like we're alone. There's something here. What is this metal? When I came in here, I could almost feel it. What the?
After all this time, where are you? Who's that with you?
Stay back!
You touched the Tyrannite and I felt it, Sharp. I felt it. You're still attuned. Do you know what this means? Remember me. Remember us.
All I remember is wanting to kill you.
That's right. And you're so close to being mine once more. just a moment longer.
The metal! Break the connection! We need to get out of here. Sonderfell, Ulris. There is a bitterness to his name that I didn't taste before. Give him a fight. Sonderfell, Ulris. There is a bitterness to his name that I didn't taste before. I hated him, I'm sure of it, and his lab was deserted, so we have nothing else to go on. The Reformer had a hold of me through that metal somehow, like he was trying to reunite me with a piece of myself that was trapped inside. It was a glimpse of my forgotten life, my memories. I'm not making any sense, am I? I'll be fine. I just need to shake it off. Wasn't expecting him to just grab me like that. That journal you found, was it more of what we found in the letter? Right. It's a connection that goes both ways. If we can find more of that metal, that Tyrannite calx, there may be a way we can exploit it. That's it. If we find more, we can use it. I'll reach out to Mevi. She sounded like she wanted to help us more, right? I'm not used to having people in my corner, aside from you. We're going to do this, no matter what it takes. We're going to be the Reformer's end. Glad you were there to smash that stuff, that Tyrannite calx. Why can't these wizards just mean things in a normal way? I guess we could do that. We make a good team. Anyone can see that. Glad you were there to smash. Sure. I'll never stop saying it. Repair your gear, pay someone, or get a kit, and do it yourself. If you get caught somewhere with broken gear, I'm not gonna be... Glad you were there to smash.